West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin announcing today he has officially switched his party affiliation from Democrat to Independent. He says in part, quote, "Our national politics are broken and neither party is willing to compromise to find common ground. To stay true to myself and remain committed to put country before party, I have decided to register as an independent with no party affiliation and continue to fight for America's sensible majority."
Brett, you know him well.
It's
Do you
interesting.
think that that is in reaction? Was like the Trump trial verdict the straw that broke the camel's back here?
You know, I haven't talked to him, but it's interesting timing. Definitely. He could have done that a long time ago, Dana. So you wonder why this morning.
Yeah, he could have
he's
done it a
obviously
long time ago and run for office again.
Exactly. He said he's not, running for re-election. He is not, we're told, running for governor again, his old job in West Virginia. So we'll have to hear from Senator Manchin.
And I think what he'll probably
motives.
say is that he didn't leave the party so much as the party left him. And you hear that increasingly from a lot of Democrats and Republicans have said the same thing. So Manchin as
That's
an
right.
independent will.
Joe Manchin officially an independent. Now, there was always speculation that, he was going to make a move like that. I forgot what it was. Maybe was that about a year ago, a couple years ago, or something with him where I was like, I feel like he's gonna be an independent. I feel like he is kind of an independent. Well, I don't remember exactly what it was now. It's not coming back to me, but there was something where I had that idea about Joe Manchin, but now he's made it official that he is an independent right after, and he announced that immediately after the Trump verdict came down. So you can imagine why that was. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. He saw what they did to Trump and said, "Hey, this ain't right." And I think a lot of Americans have said the exact same thing, and people have opened their pocketbooks to the tune of $200 million Trump has raised since that verdict came down. I think it's up to $70 million in small donations, 30% of which had never donated to a political campaign ever. So you had 30%. Just brand new people, brand new folks. I'm sure a good portion of them are Democrats who saw what happened and said, no, enough is enough. So, yeah, once again, Democrats are in trouble, man. And, that's been a saying, what they said there at the end. I didn't leave the left left me. I believe Elon Musk made that go absolutely viral when he had posted the image of how the left has moved over the years. And now if you were, slightly left, you're far right now. Because the left has gone so far and shifted things so far to the left that before all of this, you were just a regular, slightly leaning person on the left. And now they call you a right-wing extremist. And it's like, bro, my stance hasn't changed since I was voting for Democrats. Y'all moved. I haven't heard anybody on the right say that, though. I didn't leave the right left me. And I just, first off, that doesn't even have a nice ring to it. That don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? But I've never heard anybody on the right say that. But I also want to show you guys this video of Democrat State Senator Susan Eggman. And she had some interesting things to say about the Democrat Party, and she is also leaving as well. But before we get into that, I want to play this message from Joe Manchin. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
My commitment to my great country has been doing everything I can to make sure that we can survive as a representative form of democracy, a government that we have that the people are in control of, not the party systems. And today, for me to be able to fulfill that, I have changed my registration to being a no party affiliation independent. My reason for that, I can speak to both sides without having a brand, if you will. The brands have gotten so bad. If you have a D by your name, a Democrat, you're supposed to hate Republicans. If you have an R by your name, you're supposed to hate Democrats. I don't hate either one, and they're not our enemies. Each one are not the enemy.
Now, that part I disagree with. If you have an R or you are a Republican, you're not supposed to hate Democrats. That's not a stance that we take here on the right side of the political aisle. At least not that I've heard of. I'm sure you might get your one-off person who extremely hates, every single person on the left, right? Of course, you're going to have your outliers, but I think for the most part, people on the right don't hate people on the left. Like, we question their politics, we question their thought processes and why they make certain decisions and do certain things. We definitely don't like their actions, right? But we don't hate the people themselves. Like, that's the left's thing. That's what they do. They hate us, right? They're the ones who call us all types of names when they're the ones who preach about love and positivity and all this stuff. But as soon as we say Trump 24, then they call us the female dog word and all types of other stuff. We don't do that. We don't. So, yeah, I disagree with Joe Manchin when he says that part, but continue.
Enemies, each one are not the enemy. We need to come together as a country, making sure that both parties have opportunities to bring the best ideas to fix the problems that we all face. We can do that, but only as one country. The American brand is the brand that I carry the proudest, and I will always do that. I'm able to do that more by being a registered, no party affiliate independent than having a D or an R by my name. So I look forward to working with you in the future. I look forward to being involved in trying to help people understand how we can fix a broken system that the political parties have taken control of.
More like the Democrats have taken control of. It's not Republicans that have tainted this system. Now, we do have some rhinos that, we could get rid of. But also, here is the video of Susan Eggman and what she had to say. It's good. Check it out.
Eggman. Thank you, Mr. President and members. I'd like to say, as a progressive, proud member of this body for the last 12 years, I'm done. I'm done with us protecting people who would buy and abuse our children. I'm done. I don't want to send more black and brown men to prison. I don't want more people in prison, but I don't want people buying girls. I don't want people buying little girls anymore. And I'm tired of saying it's okay and that we have to protect the men who do it. As a mental health professional and as a social worker, I can tell you I've spent my entire career working with people who have been wounded. I'm not going to say beyond repair, but they have been wounded to their core by the abuse that's been heaped on them, oftentimes by those that they love and look to protect them. And if their parents won't do it, then by God, we should. Again, I am not arguing that we open the gates to flood our prisons with people, but I am arguing that we have a moral responsibility to say enough. Enough. We have given away enough on this area, and we've got to move back into the center, or we all look like fools and laughing stocks. And what do we stand for? I ask all of you to watch the documentary that Senator Grove was in, Senator from Kern County was just in, that talked about this very place in Sacramento where girls are being bought and sold. Men are being given a slap in the hand or a couple days, and then they're back out again, and they do the same thing. They get caught over and over and over again, and somehow that's okay. It's not okay. It is not okay anymore. And no more am I watching. Like I said, I'm leaving, but the rest of you who are going to be here for a while, let's get our stuff together and really start focusing on some of the important things. We talk about learning and we talk about being safe. This is like at the core of it. And a lot of these kids can be throwaway kids. They're poor kids. They're kids of color. But they shouldn't have to live a life determined by what happens to them by others at a very young age and by have the Democratic Party of California say it's okay. It's not okay. And I'm not doing it anymore, and I hope none of you do too. We have to be able to draw a line, and for me, I'm drawing a line. I urge your aye vote.
Yeah. So, if you didn't catch, Democrats, especially in California, yes, I'll call California, California, communist California, Democrats there, especially there, have long been passing some very interesting and suspect bills and laws. And I think Democrats have always gotten how to handle criminal justice wrong. They've always got it wrong. Either, back when Joe Biden was passing the 94 crime bill and mandatory sentencing, and, they were a little too harsh then, right? A little too harsh then. Somebody who has a first offense, like because of mandatory sentencing, they go to jail for 20 years. I'm being a little sarcastic. I'm exaggerating a little bit there, but still, first offense, like non-violent offense, and you give them 5 years for drug possession. I feel like that's a little extreme. First time, bit extreme. But then now they've gone to the exact opposite end, where we're not going to lock up anybody, and if we do lock you up, we'll let you back out again. It's all right. We'll let you back out. It's okay. Instead of like coming to like a happy medium somewhere in the middle, where you don't have these crazy sentences, especially for non-violent offenders, but you're also not just letting people walk in and out of prisons like it's a one of those spinny doors. You know what I'm talking about? The revolving door. It's absolutely mind-boggling, especially when you have crimes like this happening. You just heard her tell you they're locking the people up, but because of the laws that they passed, especially in California, they just let them back out and rearrest them again and let them back out again and rearrest them again. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like if you're gonna lock them up, keep them. If you're doing it this many times, first time, all right, hey, buy a toilet and a ruler and get your poop straight, all right? Next time I ain't gonna be so nice. We're gonna be a little, we ain't gonna be as lenient next time. You catch them again. This is the last time I'm gonna tell you. Buy a toilet and a ruler and get your shit straight. But you're gonna sit down in here for a little while this time. I let you out the last time. You're gonna sit down for a little while. You catch him a third time. All right, now you about to sit down for a while. I ain't gonna even say nothing else to you. Like you escalated instead of just the same. Oh, well, go ahead. You can get back out now. I'll see you in a week. Like, what's the point? What's the point? Democrat. I genuinely don't understand Democrat policies. I really don't. Like, it is mind-boggling to me, some of the foolish stuff that they pass. It's crazy. But anyway, I just thought that video was interesting, along with the Joe Manchin news as well. So I wanted to get your thoughts, your opinions on that in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.